Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Today's video, I know you guys have been waiting for this, right? Nah, it's updates here in the Philippines and what's going on. So I want to thank everybody. Hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Today I want to talk about the honey badger. And we have 1,500 new cases here. The cases are, there's 1,500 cases, not counting, now that's just in this area that's down there. It's not counting cases where I live. And what I mean is there's quite a few here. Those are the ones just were tested. So the numbers are high. You go 30 kilometer, actually less than that, 20 kilometer from my house to Valencia, and you'll find a lot more. In fact, they are took some public land and are taking care of the ones that already passed. So they're burying them in graves quickly. Just recently, I'm sorry the doom and gloom, but updates here. Neighbor passed, good friend of mine, and he's a very young man. Just recently, another friend family has just been diagnosed with it. Ruth just lost a friend, a close friend, very young lady that she used to work with. So it attacks all ages. It's not just one small arena. It just attacks all ages. So that is the update here so far. Now, other positive notes, sorry for the doom and gloom, but sometimes you got to talk about the doom and gloom a little bit to be updated and people want to know. And I've had people ask me, sorry I've not been doing live streams. I have many people ask me about my live streams. I will get back to doing it. I am just, when I get up at whatever time, 6, 6:30, 7, I say, okay, I'm doing a live stream an hour from then I am zapped. So, don't know. I don't know what the thing about that is. I have no idea what's going on with that. And it's not just me. I noticed it in Ruth also. Ours fine. She does her thing, but I think a lot of times maybe the older you get, the more it zaps you. I have no idea. Like I'm a doctor. But I just know how I feel. I just don't feel 100% like I once did to go out and build a ship. I could go build a ship by myself and I'd be fine with it. I could go work in the yard all day and I'd be fine with it. Now a couple hours out there and I'm zapped. So the country itself has opened up, more flights coming in, 10 new countries. And I'll try to find that list and post it on this. There's 10 new countries that is opened up for travel to here, to the Philippines. So that's a positive note. Very positive. The travel between the cities is still very complicated. You could still go, if I wanted to go to Davao, but there are certain criteria I still have to meet. And then sometimes, if you go from one part of that city to the other part of the city, like Tagum, say you're going to go there, you have to go through another, what they call a restricted area, QR code, get out of the vehicle, check you. They check you. I mean, it's literally not no. So it feels like a mini physical. Some cases, if the people are there and they're hot, they have high blood, and or they check for high blood and things like that. Or the blood pressure machine. There's nurses there. There's actually nurses. There's nurses here. For an example, in the other part of the town, there's nurses that if there's someone that is not feeling well and things like that, they're there. There's like many stations. But we're all doing pretty good here. We all seem to be feeling pretty well. I recently got news there in U.S. that my family is, a couple of my family members have it, but they're feeling better, the honey badger. I was thinking the other day, since Ruth's accident, I have an extra bike now, right? What am I going to do? By the way, I'm going to do a video coming up of my solar. I did receive my solar. I've not done a video on it. I need to get the video guy here. It's going to be here tomorrow, hopefully. If not, I'm going to call him in the morning. And I'm going to have him test all the stuff that I received to make sure it's exactly what I wanted it to be. And then I'm going to, and I'll do a video of that. I'll do a video of him testing it and say, okay, this is what I bought. Is it exactly what it needs to be? Is it exactly what I bought? You know, well, because as you know, buying stuff here doesn't mean that the picture shows this, doesn't mean you're going to get exactly. Even the description says that, so you have to be very careful with that, even at AliExpress. I was so adamant about buying this house, man. I checked them out 100 times, but luckily Alibaba did their check to the manufacturing plant and made sure everything was fine years ago, and now they're a trusted supplier. And that's the thing, you have to find trusted suppliers on your goods. Ruth ordered something recently, and it came in, it's junk. It's just junk. It's junk. It says it does this, says it's just junk. So, as you know, I'm not a fan of ordering stuff anymore, even though I have to order it. I'm not a fan of the foods and the cans and things like that I have to get. We were going to go to town tomorrow and buy our groceries, but we're kind of reluctant in hitting the town, and because of the honey badger. There is checkpoints. There's things we have to do. It's not a drastic thing. It's just a nuisance. Standing in line for half hour, 45 minutes. Did that on the way back home. It's almost like get somebody, the family there in town to shop for you. But, you know, I buy, 4, 5, 6,000 peso at a time. So they would have to come out here, get the money, and go back and buy it. But sometimes you may have to do that. A delivery service here. Some people took my idea. I pitched an idea to him of delivering pizzas. And his business, he has a small interest, come to find out. I've talked to him. He's got a small interest into a pizza place. He owns the building, and I did not know that, but he furnished most of the money there. But now they deliver pizzas, so we can order a pizza, a fairly decent pizza. It's on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 2. Okay, decent, you can eat it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not what I'm accustomed to, or you guys are accustomed to here, there, in other countries. But it's actually pretty good. The other part about it is you can have an idea of delivering things here. So you just have to make sure, I want a can of this, I want a can of that, I want a can of this. But people could actually put up a list. They'll deliver it for you or bring it to you. Just deliver the list to the house and take a picture of it and send it to them. It'd be a great business idea. Somebody can make a fortune all over it. All they got to do is shop, pay for their time, and pay for their fuel and extra. So you could easily make, a few hundred peso a delivery. Now, also here, what's going on is I'm starting to see signs, of the Philippines right now for where I am, my perspective here, and I'm starting to see signs of it. Instead, it was going up, up, up. I see signs of it retailing just a little bit on a lowered spiral. A lot more people are unemployed. They're giving away more rice than they ever did. There's an influx, and I'm anxious to see what's going to happen 8 months from now or a year from now. Now, as you know, 10% of the people got the jab. So we're going in for another year. We're in for it here. It's just the way it is. Now, as far as travel and things, I hope things open up there. But if you only have 10% of the population, and even if you have the jab, now they won't give you the booster because you got to wait a few months, and people don't even have their second one to even get the booster. So there's creating a big criteria because a lot of people that had the shots. Now, sad to say, the people that have passed that we know have already had the jab. And they're different from different companies like Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and the other one, Pfizer. They passed. Just because you have the jab does not mean that you're 100%, I guess. I did not know that. Well, they did have the jab. One came from, got the jab in Hong Kong, came here, and tested, and everything was fine. After about a few months, she passed. Same thing on the neighbor. He had the jab 6 or 8 months ago. He passed. Another person that I know passed also with the jab. So just be prepared that even though you have it, wear your mask anyway. And even though I got sick, am I okay? I can understand there's a new variant out. I don't know. That's what I'm told. I don't know. I see it on the news and see it on TV. I see it. Does it make it true? No. But I see there's another jab out, another entity besides the Delta now. So it's mutating out to something else. I got the Delta. There's no doubt about it. It's just, the thing knocked me down for a loop. Never had fever like that in my life. Never had fever. Where I literally was feverish many days, many weeks. So, and it's not, it was at nighttime it really affected me the most. Daytime, but at nighttime, the 12, 14 hours that I would sleep, that I would try to wake up and I couldn't. But Ruth was the same way. Hers was at night also. At nighttime, it really affected us. I guess we're laying down or something. I don't know. But I know I'm jabbering on here, but a lot of guys want to know what's going on. Another thing I want to talk about is how we're dealing with some of the things that's happening around us with the new checkpoints and the new things like that. Everything is really basically almost the same as it was when I first came here. And if you remember, we had the bullet scare. We had all that stuff. We had a lot of other stuff going on here. There was stuff going on here in Mindinao. So I'm familiar with all that. We're used to having that. So I'm just, a lot of times what happens. So I want to thank everybody for always watching our videos. I want to thank everybody for spending their valuable time. And please, thank you so much for what you guys are doing on my weekly gospel. It reached 5,000-6,000 watch hours and enough subscribers. So that's going to, hopefully I just turned that in for monetization last night. Although YouTube is showing ads on my videos all the time, and they're showing them all the time on R's channel. So, which is fine. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's their business, it's their thing, it's their platform. So who cares, right? But anyway, I want to thank everybody, and I want to thank everybody for spending the time doing, watching our videos. And God bless, and thank you so much.